Welcome to Projects for All. My name is Mike, and today we got Harbor Freight's Predator Chipper Shredder. We're gonna get this thing out of the box, put it together, and my yard is a freaking mess. We've got to cut a path through the back of the yard so we can get to the park, and we had a tree go down in the back, and that stuff's been sitting back there while I fight with this old Craftsman chipper. So let's get this thing out and put it together. We'll check it out and get it outside. We're gonna find out if it's good or not. So this might be the last outdoor equipment product we do for a while. I do have a small suspicion that there is a robot lawnmower headed my way. So if that happens, we're back in the yard. Otherwise, I got the Bosch table saw that I've been working on. It looks pretty good, by the way, and I'm hoping to have that to you by next week. Some rubber gaskets, the flapper for the hopper, got our handle, looks like a kickstand, nice and red. Got our owner's manual, and looks like the high altitude kit for the carburetor. We're not gonna need that because we're in Chicago. Spark plug wrench. All right, let's have a look at what's underneath. That's a lot of styrofoam. I missed the hardware kit. It was in the lid still. Mostly together. Let's get it out of the box. As usual, I'm out here in the garage by myself. So the easiest thing to do a lot of times for me is just cut the box and leave every corner and fold it down. The instruction manual is a little light on assembly instructions, as usual for Harbor Freight, but this looks pretty simple. Put on the wheels, kickstand, hopper, handle. We got our wheels. We got big old pneumatic wheels. These are 4.10 by 3.5 by 6. Not bad. They give you a funnel, which is a nice touch. Collection bag, which we might actually use because I'm gonna spread these chips in a specific place and I don't want them all over the yard. Here's your branch hopper. It was back in the corner over there. I pulled it out. This is some pretty heavy gauge stuff. Not bad. It's got some weight to it. Looks like it's gonna last. I gently flipped it up on its nose here, just so it'll stay, so we can put our wheels on real quick so we can stand it up. It's got some nice wheel locks here. Put our wheels on, a washer, and just gets held on with a cotter pin. My cotter pin game's not as good as it used to be, apparently. You can see how that brake pad's gonna hit just the inner hub there. It's not a bad design. Should work just fine. I flipped it around on its back, and we're gonna put the kickstand on the bottom of the engine here. It would appear, even though the picture is really small, they want long bolt, small washer, bushing, shock absorber, and a large washer here. It's gonna go in like this. And then we're gonna put a nut and a washer on the top. It's what it looks like. It's a little tough to see. I have extra washers laying around, so. Oh, that's gone. Looks like the way it's supposed to go. Let's do the other three. These are just 13 mil. Try not to over tighten these too much because you want these shock absorbers to do their job. Here's your chippers. Before I put this together, these can be replaced, which is nice. There's the side view. You can see it's just bolted on. It's got a screw in the back and looking nice and sharp in there. Got a cover. Always love to see that on a tool. A little hard to show you, but down in the upper hopper, you got 3 of these that spin. All that's left really is to install the hopper and the chute and just bolt that stuff down. So I won't bore you with that. You got this plate, little plate here with some studs on it, I think, so you wouldn't be able to get a nut under that. I figured it'd be easier to fill this while it was still on the table. It took exactly half a quart. Don't forget to buy oil. I used 10W30 Pennzoil because it was on sale, but you can use any 10W30 you want. Basically, just to the top of the dipstick. So you're gonna get it where there's oil on the threads there. That's what it should look like. Basic engine controls. You got off in the up position and on in the down position. Under your air cleaner here, you got engine speed, slow, fast, choke on, choke off, and you have fuel on and fuel off. Back behind the fuel tank here, it says no E85, 10% ethanol blend okay, which is regular gas. It says to use a fuel stabilizer just about everywhere, which is a smart idea. I bought non-ethanol, straight up, old school gasoline from the hardware store, so we're gonna use that. All right, so we're good to go. Everything's installed, gas is in it, oil's in it. The throttle I have at 1/3 from slow, which is where they say to start it. I pulled the rope with the spark plug disconnected a couple times just to circulate gas and oil. It's good to go. It says to let it run for 5 minutes, warm up every time you start it, and to go real easy on the motor for the 3-hour break-in period. So we're gonna start with little brush stuff, the smallest stuff, and we'll work our way to bigger. I don't know if we'll get a full 3 hours of break-in, but you know, we'll give it a shot. I hope you guys aren't getting some crazy wind noise. It's pretty windy out here, which is nice because it's pretty warm. Turn it on, choke's on, gas is on, 3rd throttle. It's surprisingly quiet. One pull, not bad. That's not bad, we're about 6 feet away. It's about 3rd throttle, a little over half throttle. It's pretty quiet. All right, she's warmed up about 5 minutes. The bag is just a drawstring. Just a drawstring bag. It's got like a little hoop on the bottom. I'm assuming this bolt that's sticking out up here and that hoop are enough to keep it on there. Maybe up over that bolt. See if that's good enough. All right, let's see how it restarts when it's warm. Turn it back on. Wow, that is no fooling around. Oh, the bag already fell off. The bag's already fallen off of it. Since the bag fell off, we can already look at what it's doing, and beautiful, man. Got one little stick there, but that is exactly what mulch should look like, in my opinion. It's perfect size. Awesome. I'm already super happy. Man, does it suck them down in there quick. Compared to my old Craftsman, this is night and day. Putting the bag over the little trap door. We'll see how that works out. So what I've been doing is just breaking this stuff up because doing it one at a time will take you forever. So I got logs ranging 1 to, well, maybe almost 3 inches, 2 inches maybe. I've been using this. This is still highly recommended to shave these things down real quick. It's been super fast. So I got a bunch of stuff for the top hopper. I got this stuff for there. What we're gonna do is run this all through. I'll show you guys, and then when I get towards the end of the break-in period and I'm ready to start feeding some bigger stuff, then I'll bring it back and we'll have another look and see how we did. First impression, it's pretty good, man. Let's see how we did. Got at least 40, 50 pounds of chips here. Not bad. Got a few bigger pieces. Just toss them back in there. But for the most part, it's good usable wood chips right there. A few little sticks. Made it through. Not too bad. First impression is awesome. It's really awesome. The stuff is still fairly green. It's been sitting out here in the yard for maybe a month or so. Those are the biggest pieces I see. There's a huge piece. Not really. It's pretty good. All right, well, I'm not gonna make you watch me do this whole thing, so I will do the whole pile here over this afternoon and we'll talk at the end. So here's where we ended up. I'm about 70% through that pile. Probably a little bit more than that. I got most of it. My problem is I cut down a whole bunch of new stuff and proceeded to chip that. This thing is an absolute beast. I can't express how good this is. It never clogged, it never gave me any trouble. It fed everything I put through it. The problem is you have to clean the logs. You gotta clean the branches. So that's really what takes so long, is doing this. Not feeding them through this, because as soon as you stick this in there, it's gone. I love this thing. We got a ton more to do. This place is overgrown and a mess, and there's gonna be a lot of use on this. So if it gives me trouble, I will let you know. I got my path cut. I wasted a bunch of time doing this, so that's part of it too. Chips turned out pretty good. There's a few little twigs in there still, but not too bad. So all I have to do is cut my little hole just on the last little bit there, and you can walk right out into the big beautiful park on the other side, which you can't see. You walk right onto the big beautiful park. The chipper isn't cheap. At 580 bucks, it's a sizable investment, but you look at this place, there's gonna be a lot of use. I mean, there's just branches hanging everywhere. Really, I can't say enough good things about that. If you're in the market for a chipper, I say do it. At $550, $580 I think I paid for this, it's not cheap, but it works perfect. Everything I fed into this, no jams. I've been using it for 3 to 4 hours now. 0 jams. It works exactly as it should. This motor, it'll bog on a super long, thick branch, but it comes right back. And I have it at 80% engine speed still, because it's still in the break-in period. I probably just hit the point where I can go full throttle, and we'll probably do that from now on. Rather than doing an Amazon product, this motor, you can walk into any Harbor Freight in the country, and I'm sure that's on the shelf, and it's probably 150 bucks. And direct bolt on, bam, bam, bam. If you need it, it's there. You can go on Harbor Freight's website, go to where the manual is, the PDF, and they have parts lists. You can call and order parts for these things. That's why I bought this. Did I want to spend 580 bucks on a chipper? No. Am I happy I did? Yeah. So, hey, hit like, hit subscribe if you like the video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one, and if anything happens to this, you'll be the first to know. Thanks for watching.